Hi guys, welcome to this new video. Today we talk about the famous EGR valve. We will talk about all the positive and negative aspects, obviously, because there are so many negative ones, especially for our engines, that have been discussed practically since they invented it. Before starting, I remind you to subscribe to the channel, to leave a comment and a like. The EGR valve was born in the 90s, which was called vacuum, but the purpose of this valve is a fairly simple purpose. That is, to lower the emissions of nitrogen oxides, the famous N or X. To do this, the solution has been found using this type of valve, which simply takes part of the exhaust gases that come out of the engine from combustion are taken up in a certain percentage, more or less between 5 and 30%, and puts them back into the exhaust manifold intake, practically where the new air passes. The clean one. Therefore, the air is sucked in from the air filter to make it enter the engine, and there will be the point in the manifold where the exhaust gases that were coming out of the engine instead there are directed back inside the engine to be burned practically a second time. So the principle is very simple. Once upon a time there were these pneumatic EGR valves for which the operation took place via the pressure that the air passing through the intake manifold through a small tube that was connected to the EGR valve. Practically the EGR valve opened depending on the amount of pressure there was clean new area air, and opened up and mixed the exhaust gases. Obviously this process could not be done with very hot exhaust gases, therefore the EGR valve is connected to a temperature exchanger, which simply serves to lower the temperature of these exhaust gases to then allow combustion again. It should be known that the EGR valve is not working in two moments. It is not working when you turn on the car, therefore when the car is idling, and it is not working when the car is at maximum. In general, more or less all diesel and even petrol machines work in the range between 1000 and 3000 revolutions per minute. There our valve starts choking. Over time the EGR valve has evolved, and European regulations are obviously increasingly stringent towards pollution. Electronic EGR valves were invented and therefore connected directly to the control unit. In this way it was much easier to choke the exhaust gases, and therefore the percentage, the moment and in which this valve had to go into operation and had to choke basically the air, the gases of discharge. Today they are present in almost all cars. Even two-stage EGR valves. Substantially the concept is always the same, that of reintroducing the exhaust gases into the manifold. However, in this case it is done in two stages. The first EGR valve located upstream of the compressor, instead the second is found on the discharge. One is at high pressure, obviously, because there is a compressor in the middle, and the other is at low pressure because it is found in the final part of the discharge. Why is different GR types always under pressure, and why are they said to destroy engines? The EGR valve does a job that we actually need, because otherwise it wouldn't exist. For our health it is obviously an important tool because it lowers NOx emissions. The EGR valve has precisely the function of taking dirty gases and putting them back into the engine in an area where dirty gases shouldn't be there, where only air should pass clean. I'm talking about the intake manifold, I'm talking about the EGR valve itself, which in any case undergoes passages of fumes, dirty valve tappets, therefore the engine itself, all the parts through which air passes, therefore inside the whole engine. By passing dirty gases, again these will bring deposits, and these will settle and build the famous carbon deposits, the ones that then need to be removed when we have car problems. A dirty EGR can give us many different problems. Different lights can come on, such as the engine failure light or the car jerks. I hope I have been clear. I hope I have been useful. I refer you to all my other videos in the description. You will find a lot of interesting links. Go and have a look at them. Subscribe to all my TikTok, Instagram channels, etc., and we will see you next time. Bye.